Hello kids, welcome to my first drawing lesson. We are going to draw insects or bugs. The first insect that I want to show you how to draw is an ant. And I did this diagram because I wanted to go over some things with you that I want you to remember as you are drawing along with me. Insects have 3 body parts. 1, 2, 3. They make up the head, where the antennae come out of, the thorax, which is where the legs are attached, and the abdomen, which is where they digest their food. So there's 3 body parts, and all insects have 6 legs. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, hello Mr. Ant. Let's draw him. And I also want you guys to notice, this is my piece of paper. I drew my ant so it fills almost the whole piece of paper. And when you used to draw with me in the classroom, I always discouraged if you guys drew teeny tiny. And as you'll notice, this ant does not have stick legs. No stick legs. I want you to draw the legs with dimension, but I also want you to fill the paper. So let's try this again. And I'm going to describe drawing the ant in shapes. So, and we're going to start with a pencil, because if you do make a mistake, you can erase it. You cannot erase marker. So what shape is the head? You're right. It is kind of an oval shape. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to draw an oval. And I'm also sketching. Who remembers what I mean when I say sketch? I'm not drawing really, really hard. I'm drawing a little bit lighter because if I do make a mistake, I can erase it and you can't see it. Whereas if you draw really hard, you can still see the pencil. All right, there's the head. Then let's give him an antenna. So I come out and then I come back right next to the line that I already drew. Because we're not doing a stick antenna. We want it to have dimension. All right, next is the thorax, which is a little more of a circle shape. So instead of an oval, I'm gonna do a circle connected to the oval. See, there's no space right there. And how many legs on this side? 1, 2, 3. And if I cover up part of the leg, what shape does that make? Yes, it's a rectangle. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to make my rectangle. There's one part of the leg. Then I'm going to make another rectangle. And then it has a teeny tiny foot. There's one leg. Now let's do another rectangle. And this one comes down. And there's this other foot. Then this one's a little bit longer. Still in the shape of a rectangle. Oop. All right. 1, 2, 3. Now let's do the other side. And I'm doing the legs now because sometimes kids would forget and then they draw the legs coming out of the abdomen, but the legs don't come out of the abdomen. So if we don't have it on there yet, then you're not tempted to draw the legs on the abdomen. Okay? There's the other one. And here's one more. There. Let's count them to make sure we have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now we're doing the abdomen, which is kind of a long oval. And it is also connected to the thorax. So I'm gonna go slow and I'm gonna come down. and up. Yay! We did it! This is the first step to drawing an ant. And after that, I will stop. And then in the next video, I will show you what we do after we get the whole pencil drawing done. All right, thanks guys. Hello kids, welcome back to the second bug drawing we are going to work on. Can you guess what this bug is? Who knows? Who knows? I know you guys know. Yes, it is the ladybug. As you can see, I tried to fill up my whole piece of paper because we don't want to waste paper and we want to show off our amazing drawing and illustrating skills. So, are we going to draw our ladybug this big? No, right, because we will have wasted all of that space and it's a waste of paper. And ladybugs don't have teeny tiny stick legs. So, we're not going to do that. We're going to try to fill our whole piece of paper. So the first part I'm going to draw is this part. And what shape is that? It is an oval, a big oval. All right, so I'm going to start at the top. And I'm going to go slow, and we're sketching so that if we make a mistake, we can erase it. I'm going to start in pencil. And then we're going to do the head, which is a half circle. So I'm going to start on this side, and I'm going to go up and over. I made it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to fix that. And because I was sketching, I can erase it. Fix that. I want to make it a little bit bigger. All right, next we're going to do the little eyes, which are also little half circle, and then the antenna. I'm not going to just make it a stick antenna. It's going to go have dimensions, so you go up and then you come back right next to the line that you did first. Same on this one. So this seems a little confusing because it looks like the legs are coming out of the wings. But a ladybug is an insect and does have 3 body parts. The head, the thorax, and the abdomen. But you can't see it because the wings are covering that. So for this, you won't see the 3rd body part, but the legs are actually attached to the thorax under there. So we're going to draw our legs just on the sides. 3 on each side, because insects have how many legs? 6. Yes, you're right. And they're not stick legs. You go out and then you come back. And remember, the shape is kind of like little rectangles. And then 3 more on this side. 1, 2, 3. All right, starting to look like a ladybug. Next, we're going to do this straight line right down the center, starting at the top of our big oval, straight down. And then I'm going to add some spots. And remember, we're not coloring anything in with pencil because our ladybug is not going to be gray like a pencil. We're just sketching. And then in another video, I will show you how to outline. I don't know if you guys remember, but we always outlined our sketches with a black Sharpie, but we'll do that in the next video. So here is my ladybug sketch. Nice job, guys. Hi kids, welcome back. All right, we are doing our next insect. But it's not really in the insect family, but we still consider it a type of bug. Does anybody know what this is? Yes, it's a spider. Spiders are actually an arachnid, not an insect, because how many legs do spiders have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 legs. And also spiders, they don't have 3 body parts. They have 2 because their head and thorax are fused together. So it's called a cephalothorax. And that is where the legs are attached to. This is the abdomen. The legs are not attached to the abdomen. So a spider is an arachnid. It has 8 legs, 4 on each side. It also has, they have different varying eyes. Some have 6 eyes, some have 8 eyes, some might have 4 eyes. I decided to go with 6 on my spider. But it's up to you, whatever one you want to try to draw, if you want to draw a spider. And then don't forget the spinnerets down at the bottom of the abdomen. That is how they make their web. All right. And there's another thing I wanted to point out. The ladybug and the ant, the paper was long ways top to bottom. But the spider has pretty long legs. So instead of drawing it up and down, I turned my paper so that I have more room for the legs. And I also wanted to fill my piece of paper. So we're not going to draw our spider like this, because in this one, I did not fill the paper and I drew the legs coming out of the abdomen, and it has stick legs and antenna. And spiders don't have antenna. These are not antennas. So let's not do it like that. And let's start on a fresh piece of paper. The first thing I'm going to start with is the cephalothorax, which is kind of like a circle shape. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to draw that. And then let's do the legs, because if we draw the abdomen, you won't be tempted to draw the legs coming out of the abdomen. So we're going to do 4 legs on this side and 4 legs on this side. And remember, they're not stick legs. Again, kind of like a long rectangle. There's 1, 2. These ones are going to go down. 3 and 4. They are quite long, so don't be afraid to make them long, okay? Now we'll do 4 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then let's draw the abdomen, which is kind of like an oval shape, but it is connected to the cephalothorax. So let's go down and back up. Sketching, sketching, sketching. 2 spinnerets. All right, now let's do the details on the top. This is kind of like how they grab their food and sense it. These are where their fangs are. And then let's do 6 eyes. Or you could find a spider that may only have 4 eyes. Or you might find one that has 8 eyes. All right, there we go. That's our spider sketch.